Hello, everybody. It is Kristin Collective with the Kristin Chronicles. We have all sorts of parts of consciousness present here. Felicity, Bambi, Ocean, Davina, all of us are hanging out today. We are doing our therapy work, and I wanted to invite you, beautiful, brave warrior soul friends, to be a part of our healing journey. On Patreon, we are sharing our exclusive healing journey. I do not have a therapist of any kind. I've been doing trauma work on my own for over a year and have made immense progress. So much progress. And now I am sharing that journey live and up close, raw and real, vulnerable and wide open on patreon.com/Kristin Chronicles. There are a variety of options of tiers that you can join to gain access to different sorts of content. The $3 tier, for example, allows you to gain access to coping tools, tips, tricks, and tools created and designed by the Kristin Collective, all the different parts of consciousness within our system. There's over a dozen of us. And then the $25 tier actually allows you to gain access to our trauma recovery. We're processing trauma. We're using Janina Fisher's language of parts in her multi-conscious parts approach that was just published in 2017. This is brand new therapy approach. I've spent over a year studying it in detail every single day. I've been fully disabled, so this has been my full-time job. And with everything I'm learning, I am now actually able to have parts present sharing about what's been happening. We have not gained access to this until like now. And so all the hard work's paying off. And now we are sharing our journey exclusively on Patreon. We sit down and we talk about the stuff we've been through. We use all sorts of coping tools. We use the language of part. We overcome every struggle that we're facing. We are recovering from 11 years of chronic severe self-harm. We are recovering from eating disordered behavior. We have had insomnia and night terrors for 15 years. And then all sorts of other intense symptoms in the last 5 to 11 years. And we were finally diagnosed accurately with dissociative identity disorder a year and a half ago. And so all the different parts are coming out, sharing what they've been through, learning how to identify what's happening, learning how to work together, everything that's needed to learn to successfully live with dissociative identity disorder, we are doing, and we are sharing it up close and personal. And there's conversations going on every post, so we get to actually share this journey together. You can process your traumas alongside me. You can gain coping tools alongside me. You can explore your inner world and discover parts of consciousness alongside me. I'm gonna cry. So much has led to this point, and I'm so grateful and excited to share it with you, my beautiful, brave warrior soul friends. I know I'm not alone. I know there are you beautiful warriors struggling too, and I know that the mental health system has failed us time and time again. And even when we can get someone who actually believes in DID and is willing to work with us, there's so rarely an approach that actually proves fruitful. After years and years and years in treatment, I was more disabled than ever. And in the last year, I've reclaimed my power. I've reclaimed all my parts of consciousness. I have reclaimed my whole life. And I would love to share that journey with you and help you experience this magic too. Feel free to visit patreon.com/Kristin Chronicles to explore the various options. And I am always alongside you to help with your healing journey too. If you join the Patreon Kristin Chronicles Healing Journey Homeschool, you have me alongside with you any day that you need assistance. I'm going to do my best to be there. I usually respond within like 30 minutes to messages, but the longest response would be like 48 hours. But on a weekly basis, sometimes a daily basis, I'm there for you to help with anything related with the post that I'm sharing. And so the $1 tier allows you to gain access into my mental health advocacy work. The $3 tier allows you to gain access to coping tricks, tips, and tools. The $5 tier allows you to gain access to the original artwork created by all my parts of consciousness, from original poetry to guitar cover songs and original songs to original photography that you are actually able to download, and you can use it as a background on your computer or print it out, if whatever you want. There's some beautiful, beautiful pictures we've been blessed enough to have the opportunity to capture. And when you join a higher ranking tier, you also gain access to everything in the tiers beneath it. And so you really get a lot of great content with this. You get to interact with me in all my different parts of consciousness and share the healing journey. When you choose to join the $10 tier, you gain access to my own personal healing journey homeschool, which is a lot of researching and reading and writing and, connecting all the dots that allow me to have these breakthroughs and stuff. The $15 tier allows you to gain access to personal peeks behind the scenes in the Kristin Chronicles healing journey. The $20 tier allows you to gain access to content that we are creating for a mental health life coaching program that will be launching next year. And that includes guided meditations and working on creating a daily routine and all sorts of really, really helpful stuff. I even go use it because other parts of consciousness made it, and I'm like, yes, this is helpful for me. It's really, really, really beneficial, and it will be, that's the lowest price that content will ever be. So if you've ever thought about joining that mental health life coaching program, if you follow me on Instagram, you know what I'm talking about. This is the best chance to get in at a real groundbreaking price. And then the $25 tier allows you to gain access to our exclusive trauma recovery and peeks into our parts of consciousness. Our parts of consciousness don't come out and share themselves publicly, but they do on Patreon at the $25 tier. And so for $25 a month, you gain access to all of that content: mental health advocacy, coping tricks, tips, tools, art, downloadable photography, research about neurobiology and how memories are formed and how the body interacts with it. My chiropractor is even doing a case study on me, so we're exploring how nerves interact with muscles, which interact with bones, which are all part of the body, which are all part of the subconscious, and all parts of consciousness are within the subconscious, so it all affects each other. It's so fascinating. For example, the other day, he just tapped here, a certain spot in a certain nerve, and immediately we switched to parts of consciousness that didn't even have access to each other directly. It was wild, and this is only the beginning. We're only going to keep learning more and more. It's really, really incredible. And then the, behind the scenes, all the research I'm doing, I'm reading multiple books about everything from like spiritual coping tools to like intensive trauma information, how trauma is stored in the body, all of that kind of stuff. Personal peeks around the scenes. I live on a beautiful farm at the moment. You can't see it. It's too bright. It's too glorious. We live on 1.5 acres though. I'm staying with family at the moment, and it is just, there we go. It is just beautiful. We have sheep and goats and chickens and alpacas and all sorts of fun stuff. So my parts of consciousness, especially our littles, go out and play, and they make videos and share it. So other people and other littles too can have those moments of joy. There's even a whole area specifically for a preschool back there. So there's all sorts of great stuff for kids. It's so much fun. And our littles have so much more fun when we get to share it with other littles too. So that's a whole lot of fun there. And personal peaks, meeting our parts of consciousness, exclusive original, guided meditations and help on creating daily routines and worksheets as well. Worksheets for all sorts of stuff. I'm working on creating a couple different mental health workbooks, including for gaining coping tools for any struggles, as well as ones for identifying parts of consciousness, specifically for living with a dissociative identity. All sorts of goodies. I am so grateful to share this journey. I'm so excited to meet you beautiful, brave soul friends who are going to come join us. Woo! We are going to share this. And we are going to reclaim our power in just astronomical ways. Like, we are just going to skyrocket to a whole nother dimension of magic. And it is going to be so beautiful. And I can't wait to share it with you. I can hardly talk. I love you all. I hope you have a beautiful and blessed rest of your day. I look forward to seeing you on patreon.com/Kristin Chronicles. In light and love. Namaste, soul friends.